Hello and happy fabulous Friday live. So I'm going to in this live talk a little bit about manifesting, talk about everything manifesting actually. I'm going to be reading some of my cards, which are what I use, what I feel myself when I want to get answers, but I have been reading these for the past few weeks for anybody on the live call. I'm going to talk about the Manifesting Challenge, which is starting on Monday, but actually people are already in the group. They've already gotten the first email with a little bit of a heads up what to do beforehand. So I'm going live right now in the Facebook group where the Manifesting Challenge is on. I'm also live on my open Facebook page and on YouTube. So if you're popping in, just say hello. I will be reading cards later, but don't throw any numbers at me yet. So I just want to talk about all things manifesting and basically the manifesting challenge that I'm running. Hello, Emma. So lovely to see you. Perfect timing indeed. So I don't know whether you've signed up or not, but I am so excited about this challenge. I haven't done a challenge like this for several years, actually. And I think the last one was something like September. Now, I did half look back over my stuff. I think it was September 2020 since the last time. Now remind me if you've been on one since. I may have. Oh, you've been on it. Great. And you are signed up. Brilliant. Looking forward to seeing you, Emma. So abundance. I decided to call it about manifesting abundance or abundance mindset because it is all about our mindset. Our mind, what way our mind is set, whether you're set, towards something or whether you're repelling it. And I decided to call it abundance because it's abundance covers so much. It covers everything, actually. What do you want an abundance of? What are you missing out on? And getting really clear about what you want. And I'm walking people through I have a 5-step formula that I work with to do everything. So whether I'm manifesting for myself or I'm working with a client one-to-one, this is what we look through. And these 5 steps. Now, I've spoken about the 5 steps lots of times, but I have never taught it and held space each day as we go through the 5 steps. 5 steps, 5 days, it just seemed like the right thing to do. So the first video was already dropped for anybody who's in that group. Hi, Jane, good to see you. So if you haven't been into the Mindset and Manifesting group, and if you have, you'll have gotten the link to join if you signed up. You may already be in there. It used to be called the Heart of Manifesting. Hi, Mary DC, lovely to see you. Thought I was on at 4 o'clock. Oh my goodness, was I supposed to be on at 4? Can't stay on live. Don't worry. You'll be around over the weekend. I will be on at 6 p.m. every day next week in the challenge group. So actually, anybody who's on it now, who would like a card, post your numbers and I'll be reading them in about 5 minutes time. But I just want to talk about this first. So the manifesting, and I sent you, Mary, I just sent you something today that I said I'd send you when I spoke with you last. I only realized I hadn't actually sent you that video. So you should get it. You should have it in your email. Okay. So the reason I spoke about abundance, because abundance can be anything, and most people think of abundance as prosperity and finances and money. And it can be that, but I don't like to come from it from that angle, because really you need to get to the emotion behind it. And why do we want, for instance, money, or why do we want love, or why do we want, adventure or travel? And there'll always be a feeling underneath it. So we will be looking at that next week and really getting into the feeling of it, getting into the excitement of it. I will also be talking about next week, and I took out these. So you might have seen these before. These are my dowsing rods. Now, I got a special pair made recently, because you can make these out of, this is what I have been using up until now, which is basically, coat hangers that are just bent. It's about 8 inches, I suppose, on this side, and as long as the coat hanger. And always I would put the shorter end into a straw so that you're not holding it in your hand. But actually, this is how, and I'll be talking more about this next week, but this is how I can feel and sense where my energy is. And we want our energy to be high. So, for instance, I'll just demonstrate. If I say no, 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 you can't, no, you see, they're pulling in towards me. But then if I change my energy and just say yes, 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 you can. They're moving, they're opening because my energy is opening and I'm feeling lighter. Another little example is if I said, I'm afraid, I'm so scared, I'm really scared. And if I feel that fear, they're closing in. But if I turn that fear into excitement, instead, because it's very similar, fear and excitement are so similar, and I'm beginning to feel excited. I'm excited about next week. And they're just opening out. So they're very easy to use, and they're not magic. They just pick up on your energy. So Pam, lovely to see you. Mairead, lovely to see you. I'll be reading in a moment. Um, so basically, I'll be talking about, so if you're not already signed up, do click the link below. You'll need to put in your email details and fill it out so that you'll get all of the notifications when things are happening. It will all happen inside the Mindset and Manifesting group. So I won't be live on my open Facebook page or the YouTube channel for this. I'll be live next week, but not for this. So it's in a lovely, safe place. So people can manifest whatever it is they want, whether it is in their career or fulfillment or community or love or health or helpful people or self-love or, connection, health, creativity, joy, whatever it is that you want to create. Just get into the knowingness of it. And there's so many things that I've used this on. I was trying to think before I came on how many things I have manifested over my life. And, I didn't really come into knowing that I was doing it until maybe about 15 years ago. Whenever that book, The Secret, came out, I realized when I read that book, I got really excited because I realized I've been doing this so many times over my life. I had a really disastrous relationship when I was in my early 20s, late, maybe just 20 actually. And I had this awful relationship, and I wrote down a list of the ideal guy that I wanted, everything on it. And then I felt, no, doesn't exist. I want too much, just put it away, but knew that I was actually quite happy on my own because I wouldn't settle for anything less. And I manifested my husband, who was exactly everything on that list. I've done it for things like homes, moving our house, changing the house, changing destinations, places that we've gone to, manifested things like an incredible villa when I didn't have the money to be able to stay on a holiday in a villa. So many things. A Range Rover recently, but actually it's not mine, it's my daughter's, and she's lent it to me. There's so many different things. So but it's really the feeling of it, and the feeling that you deserve it, that you can have it, that whatever it is that you're looking for, that you know what that feeling is. Okay, so I'm going to read out a few cards. So I've got, first of all, first number down was actually Mary DC. So Mary can hop on and see number 2. So 1, 2. So this is just follow your passion. Do something that you love to do. Get into the sense that you can manifest anything. You have to feel that feeling. It's divine passion. What are you passionate about? What do you love? Do more of that thing. Stay in your zone of genius. Be kind and gentle with yourself, but follow the flow of excitement. Just do whatever that lights you up and follow your heart's true desire. Just make sure that you're really doing things from the part of your heart that makes you just light up. You know what to do. Jane, hobby is next, number 5 for you. So this is a quiet time. I read last Wednesday and it was a much busier time at lunchtime. I'm just seeing what works for people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Jane. Expect a miracle. And actually that expectancy, expect, that feeling that something is really coming, that it's happening, and you're just looking out for it everywhere. Imagine you were going to meet someone in a crowded place, but you knew that you were meeting them and you were so excited, or meeting somebody off a plane maybe, and you're in a crowded lounge waiting for that person. They're on the flight, you're just expecting, but you're looking everywhere. That's that feeling that you need to be in. Expect a miracle, whatever it is. Expect it. When you expect it, you will see it. Pam, number 4 for you. Spilseth. It's a lovely, interesting name. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is a really brilliant card to start with. Bright future. There is a really, really bright future. I believe this in every cell in my body. No matter what we see between now and getting that bright future, even if a disaster falls tomorrow, something that might sound like, if you're going to turn on the TV, your mindset will just drop down. But even with whatever is happening around you, that you absolutely know that there's a bright future, and that, there's no need to worry about anything, because everything is coming to you, and it's abundant, and it's love, and it's everything that you could wish for. Just know that. And when you have that knowingness, you're manifesting that. I mean, we're manifesting all the time, obviously, but we want to manifest what we want and not what we don't want. So it's all to do with the emotions and the feelings. So Emma Ward, number 3 for you. So 1, 2, and 3 is telling you to go now. Go, just go and do it. Whatever it is that you feel, it might be to write something, to do something, to create something, to take action on something. It might mean to move towards something or away from something. But it's just telling you to just say, there's a kind of a feeling of saying yes to yourself. Just do it. If you're uncertain, just do it. Just whatever is in your heart that you want to do, just do it. I'm standing in this place, which is interesting, but I be hopping up and down to pick up my loose cards. Mairead, I actually learned Irish. Mairead, I am as appalling after my entire national and secondary school. I don't know what your surname is. I think it looks like it might be O'Donnell in Irish. Sorry. But number 3, 1, 2, and 3. So detach from drama. Maybe you're seeing or viewing, or maybe there's a lot of stuff happening around you. Maybe you are getting sucked into other people's arguments or conflicts or troubles or other people's stuff. Just detach from it. Imagine it's just a drama, and that it doesn't involve you, and that you're just able to view and observe, and that you can be completely neutral. You can hold space for somebody from neutrality without holding their stuff. Don't hold anybody else's issues. Just, be kind, be loving, be compassionate, but keep the drama out there. Release from it, because you're sensitive. This card is telling you you don't want to take on somebody else's negative emotions or things or stuff. Claire Roberts, how are you? So number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Work your magic. So this is really just telling you to get into your zone. You know what to do. Be prepared for next week. If you haven't, I think you're in the group. Have you joined? To be honest, I don't know who did or not. I know there's a big list of people who have joined, and I have left it up to my lovely team who somebody fabulous, 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 Gwen, who is doing so much work for me. So I don't even know who's in there or not. But if you're on the challenge, just listen to the first audio, which has already dropped, which will prepare you for the weekend. Because once you like get plan things and get ready and really expect a lot now from next week, you'll get the most out of it. And this is just telling you, you know, really now we are all magical beings and we can do whatever it is that we want. Mary Mulcahy. Okay, Mary, number 2 for you, please. So 1 and 2. So you've got inner goddess. So awaken that goddess inside you. You might want to just, put on your favorite clothes, dress up, be glorious, be glamorous, even if it's just for yourself or your nearest and dearest, or just do something that makes you look and feel divine. Okay, it's like playful. Maybe put on some music and dance, or just do something that really makes you feel like you are the goddess, because you are. We are all that goddess, and this is just allowing yourself to appreciate what you already are. When you appreciate yourself now exactly as you are, you can actually become extraordinary. You start by loving yourself right now. There's a sense of peace as well. You've got that dove here. Where is she? There. So just, when you do that, you bring yourself back to a place of peace and total self-worth, self-care, self-love kind of feeling. You're welcome, girls. Okay, and we've got Suzanne. How are you, Suzanne? Number 2 for you. Gosh, I would love to see you girls. I must message you. Let's get together. I hope all is well with you and your world and everyone. I haven't been in touch for a while. So 1, 2. Boundaries. Just be aware of your boundaries. Be aware of what you will and won't accept. Beware of what you need to do for you, and let somebody else's stuff there. You can be loving, you can be kind, you can listen, you can be attentive, you can be all of that, but know what is right for you. And just time now to actually maybe make boundaries. The other thing is, when you make boundaries, when you decide I'm no more ready for this, that's when those boundaries will be pushed. So you have to hold the boundaries. You have to declare it first to yourself and then declare it to everybody else what those boundaries are. But it's kind of saying love yourself enough to say no to anybody else's kind of pull on your time. I'm sure you've got a lot of people pulling on your time. Wild Glennis card for me is so apt at the moment. Yes, my name is O'Donnell in English. Thank you. I think I was never diagnosed with dyslexia, but I think I probably am a little bit. I might even be a bit on the spectrum, who knows? But I know one language was hard enough for me to learn. And while I was in school in Ireland and in the system for so many years, I just was, now we probably didn't have that. I had a really angry national teacher. So I was more afraid of her than learning. Anyway, that little story enough. You are so welcome, Suzanne. Lovely girl. We must actually meet up. And everybody else, have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. And do turn up. If you're signed up for next week, just, come as you are, get the most out of it. It might be free, but it is going to be hugely valuable. I'm doing nothing else next week, only doing this and getting excited about it. And I'll be turning up, rocking up, and answering questions during the day, and every day live at 6 p.m. There'll be videos dropped during the day, and then Ask Me Anything post. And I really want you to get the most out of it. There'll be some audios as well. Maybe at least there's one on one particular day. I can't remember what else I have in there, but it's going to be phenomenal. Love you all. Thank you for being here in my world, and I will talk to you next week. Bye for now.